Happy Sunday, folks. I'm going to share with you my cardology kit cards. I'm really excited. As soon as I got that kit and I did the video and showed you folks, I just had to get started. I am in love with shaker cards. I'm in love with the domes from Prima. I'm in love with everything that was put in this cardology box. Tamara from Country Craft Creations did a fabulous job with the seam binding, the velvet trim, the lace. I mean, everything in it was just beautiful. Even the silver trim lace is just gorgeous. And so I was just excited to use it, and the cut aparts and things were a lot of fun. You know, you got six or seven sheets of paper, a full sticker sheet, a cutout sheet, the cut apart sheet itself, and lots of goodies. I mean, the charms, the snowflake, everything was just beautiful. So I got really excited, and I'm going to jump right into showing you what I created, the 6 cards plus the extra goodies that I created with the leftovers. So here's the first one, and this was a lot of really pretty elements because I was really just wanting to play, and I loved the sentiment Get Cozy. I glossy accented it. I ink distressed all of this in Tim Holtz pumice stone because it had that silvery feel, because the card base is silver. It's really pretty. These are 6 1/4 by 6 1/4, so they are fairly large, but that's okay. It's meant to be that way for a beautiful one, you know, that one special card you gift to someone. So I was able to use that silvery trim here, and I created a bow, and I used some of those snowflake charms that she gave, or the little rhinestones, I want to say is what they are, and that silver trim to border the sentiment. And what I did here is because it's double-sided, I just cut it in half so I could make a little go a really long way and stretch it out, because I just loved that silver and I wanted to use it as much as I possibly could, which I did. So this is the first card, and when you open it up, I just used one of the cut apart, the little pop out cut apart pieces that says winter, bundle up and stay warm. So that was the first card. And then, so I will actually move some things around because I'm going to set them up. So then the second card I created was this one, and of course, you know, I had to do a shaker. This was fussy cut out of some paper. I thought that was beautiful to do. I layered the seam binding down with the lace over it. Of course, I added a few of my own elements and put some snow in there and some snowflakes, as well as those little rhinestone snowflakes that she had put in the kit. I love the sentiment. It says, if kisses were snowflakes, I'd send you a blizzard. Thought that was gorgeous. I also cut the seam binding in half down here and just layered it underneath just to give that little bit of red down there without having to use paper. I just wanted that shiny seam binding to show through. And with this card, the card bases flipped out just like a regular card, but what I did was I cut it in half and I created this one into an easel. So sorry for the glare. I loved that I could just, you know, turn it into an easel. I loved being able to be creative however I saw fit, and having the bases and all the things here to play with was just awesome, because then I could just pull it out and whip them up. I used a cut apart here, and then of course seam binding for a bow, and then popped up this, of course, to create the easel. So there's the easel card. So then the next one I created was this vintage looking snowman. I used some stickles on his hat and on all the snowflakes. This was a punch out from the collection that said wintry wishes or wintry greetings. And of course I then used some of that trim again to border his little cutout there, and I also created him into an easel. And then when you open him, it says Get Cozy, and these were stickers from the collection, and it was just perfect to border for this easel card. I just thought it was just darling, so had to do that one. And then the next card I created was this shaker, because you got 3 shakers and 3 6 1/2 by 6 1/2 or 6 1/4 by 6 1/4 card bases, plus these little card bases for the shakers. And I mean, I just busted them out. I couldn't help myself. You know me, ladies. I actually just make them so fast. So this was really pretty. I used some stickers here. Of course, ink distressed it with that pumice stone seam binding bow, used a charm, and this bow was made with my bow at all, folks. I got to use it. I was so excited. And then there's the wintertime cutout. That's actually a sticker, and then I just layered it on a little bit of red and cut it out and popped it up. And I loved the image on the inside. Aren't they beautiful? And I used a little bit of red in there just to give it a little bit of a red pop, as well as those beautiful little snowflakes. And what I did here was I made this a double-sided shaker. So this is actually clear on both sides, so you could see that on the inside of the card. And I just cut out a snowflake from the Gina Marie dies. Isn't that beautiful? And then, of course, it's see-through. So I thought that was pretty clever and pretty fun. And then the next card I did was a trifold shutter card, which I love to do. And it says Beauty Abound, and I loved that cut apart. It just screamed winter. And I used this little cut apart sheet here. Actually, that's a sticker that I mounted. See, this was, because the trifold cards are only 5.5 by 10.5 long, I had some of this silver left over, so I was able to piece and border all of the sentiments that I put into the card. And, of course, use those beautiful charms there. So, of course, here is my trifold easel. And I did stamp Wishing You Love, Enjoy This Holiday Season. The Frosty Fun was also a cutout from the punch-out sheet. This was a sticker, and then this was one of the stickers that I just bordered. That was some of the cut-aparts, and then a sticker. And then I loved these little arrows. I used those and put some more of those snowflakes on too. These were some of the cut-aparts that I just fussy cut and ink distressed and then popped up. So isn't that just beautiful? So that was the trifold easel. And then the last card I created was the last shaker, obviously, and this one is my favorite. Blue is not my favorite color, but I just loved this. I was able to use the velvet, the blue velvet lace, or the trim, I'm sorry. And then of course, I layered some lace over it so you could see how beautiful that is. And I loved the image. I was going to glossy accent her, but I kind of just wanted her to be a little faded so the blue stood out. Here are those poinsettias that were in my kit, and I saved them for last. I loved using, I just used a little bit of my own glitter for the centers, ink distressed them with the beautiful blue, cut out some ferns with the Martha Stewart punch, and then tied a bow. And it is just gorgeous. It didn't even need a sentiment, because why? You knew it was Christmas. It's gorgeous. So then on the inside, it's both lined. Again, I put some more of that trim up here, stamped the same stamp I did on the last card, and then put another poinsettia and some sprays there. So this was my 6th and final card for the kit, but I do have enough to do 2 more. It just depends if I have time, because I'm just swamped with all my other goodies. Now, the next 4 things I created were with what I had left over of actually the elements, the pieces, the poinsettias and the, you know, a few of the cut-aparts and some of the charms and things of that nature. So I created wine tags is what I did. I thought that the wine tags were amazing, and what a great idea to showcase some more elements of the collection. And I had enough, because I like to make things stretch. So isn't that beautiful? That's a sticker, one of the charms again, and then these ones I did with the red poinsettias. And of course I just stamped Merry Christmas. And isn't that just darling? I mean, who wouldn't want that on their bottle of wine at Christmas time, right? I would, that's for sure. So I created that one. I won't put them all on the bottle because I just think that they're super cute all by themselves. So then I created this one, just a cute little guy. I think this would be cute on a bottle of creme de coco or some sort of liqueur that you can put in your coffee or your, you know, yummy warm alcohol drinks. I just thought this was really pretty. I love that sentiment. It's just super cute. And then here is another one of the blue ones. I darkened these poinsettias quite a bit, and I used the Bow Bunny that came in my last month's kit, that sugar pearlescent Bow Bunny for the centers, and of course cut out some of the pine sprays, and these were cut out of the leftover of the silver. So isn't that gorgeous? And then, of course, I stamped Christmas wishes, used more of that beautiful lace. Just a beautiful tag. And the last tag I created was this cute sentiment. It says, let's stay home and cuddle. I thought this was super cute with the sweater pattern print of that paper. I used one of the other charms and, of course, some more of that silver lace. And this would be really cute on a bottle, you know, like when you come home from work and you just want to bring a bottle of wine home to your husband. This would be adorable to put on the wine bottle, just to say, let's stay home and cuddle. I loved it. So folks, this was my design team kit, and I have just a little bit left over. I'm going to zoom out so you can see all the goodies that I created. Aren't they gorgeous? I had so much fun, you guys. So much fun. Definitely check out Country Craft Creations and get December's craft kit or cardology box kit, because they're going to go fast. They usually do. $28.99. They ship out on the 21st of every month, and you get quite a bit of stuff. I mean, you get a lot. Like I said, I still have stuff left over to be able to create quite a few more little projects like these. But it's awesome because, you know, like this, I got the shaker element. you know, the bases were already cut out. I mean, it's just amazing how she puts these kids together. So super awesome, folks. And I just wanted to share this with you. So thanks for coming, and I hope you all have a blessed Sunday.